Welcome to The Current, where we're the Daltons. I'm Clint. She's Sandra. We are going to do, we got our Dodgers gear on because it's baseball season. Baseball season is spring. Spring is life. Summertime's coming. Right?
Yeah. Yes, I love it. And today we are going to talk about your spouse is your best friend. One of the things that you and I had going for us early on is our whole marriage was based on a friendship. We accidentally, not intentionally, became best friends. Like we literally started talking to each other about stuff. And I love how the verse in Ecclesiastes talks about the two are better. There's nothing like being your spouse, being your best friend. And somebody that you can confide in, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can hang out with and watch movies with, and laugh with, and sit on the couch and veg out on Netflix, and those types of things. So, one of the things that I learned from being married previously for 20 years and now being in this amazing, ridiculously new, amazing marriage is that if you are not your spouse's best friend, it's going to be very difficult. Marriage is going to be very, very difficult because a lot of people think that the sum total of marriage is just based on sex. And that's further from the truth, because what if your spouse has an accident and they can, like Christopher Reeve, he was in his prime. This dude just was in his prime. And he became a
paraplegic.
Yeah, a paraplegic. But his wife stood with him the whole time. All those years, he was not able to film anymore. He was not able to be in Hollywood making motion pictures. And so I think one of the things that the lie and the deception of marriage is to think that it's only solely based on sex. And yes, that's a good part of it, but that's not all of it. You outside of the bed, you have to be friends.
Right. And also too, outside of the bed and all that, it's not all about money. It's not all about money. Money makes things go, absolutely. But also too, what if let's do that thing again where what if your spouse loses a job or accident? You still have that connection. You still have that, so it goes to a lot of ways.
It's so crazy. A lady was on a podcast and she was being interviewed and she was asked, he was saying, "Are you married?" She said, "Oh no, I'm just recently divorced." And he said, "Why? If you don't mind me asking, why?" And she said, "Well, because he lost his job." They were newlyweds. And she didn't even give him a chance. And he's like, he was mad. The interviewer was upset. He was like, "You mean to tell me you immediately?" She's like, "Yeah, because I told him that I was a girl who needed things and I live a certain way. And he knew that going into the marriage. And so he could not live up to his end of the." Dude, that's
wow.
Yeah.
That's craziness.
Exactly.
So it has to be built on a foundation of trust.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yes.
Love.
Yes.
And just basic wanting to build.
Yeah.
Each person
living, loving, and building.
Living, loving, and building. Right. Live life, everyday struggles, and keep building. Building means keep building each other, keep building relationship. You don't get stagnant. And too many relationships get stagnant, and then you're roommates. You're not even friends anymore. You're just roommates. Wow. Complaining about what the other person does.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it in check. So we don't want to go negative. So we want to, go negative in it. But
and if I can add, that leads us to our second point, is that communication. If your spouse is your best friend, then be a friend, like a best friend. You have to sometimes have conversations.
Right.
If I love you, we're I should be able to communicate whatever, or you, we all be able to give each place, be able to communicate when we are uncomfortable. That's what friends do.
Because we're two people. If I
There
say
you
it's
go.
if I say it's cold
Mhm.
and you say it's cold outside,
Yeah.
you breeze. I'm wrapped up.
Also, the sweater, the short, the t-shirt, and what do you call it?
uh, I don't remember, but yeah, it's another one to know. But you know, like she should get a veil.
Walking around my house,
I'm like,
y'all.
wow.
He's like,
know?
Can I see you for a minute? Are you in there?
You know, two different temperatures. It could be the same temperature.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be my point, but there's the same temperature, but two different feelings.
Sure.
You know, so the way you communicate, I need to know that you're communicating, not a hurt, and I need to know that when you are making some request, that it's not an attack.
That's so
it is
good.
just
There it
you
is.
know, it's just two different temperatures
Yeah,
in the room.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And two different feelings. And what's hot to me is cold to you. What's cold to you is hot to me. You know, so we're different people. We have different mindsets. We don't want to get in the roommate situation. You know,
exactly.
we don't want to get there. We want to, you know.
So what do you suggest? Like, as we're talking, like, I know we do things, you know, to keep the fire burning in our marriage. And if and I'll just start it off. We make sure that we have time where we turn off our electronics. One of the things that we notice is when we go to restaurants, you know, it's a date night, and these couples are maybe married, I don't know, but you could tell and they're both on their phones.
Or even you go out and the whole family's on their phone. It's like, y'all don't put that down and eat. I mean, like, y'all don't talk together. I mean, you know,
right.
But then there's also the space.
That
I need
part.
to give you space to grow.
Yeah.
I need space to let you be alone. I need to let you have space to be alone with God.
Yeah.
Because God is my best friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I need that space and that time.
That is so good.
And that flexibility.
Say that again.
God's my best friend.
God is our best friend.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
You know, he's our source.
Yeah.
He's our source of air, breath, lungs, heartbeat, everything. He's our source.
Right.
And he brought me a gift. I don't want to disrespect that gift. So there is that time where you have to have your space.
Sure.
To be with God, to be with yourself. I mean, like, go fishing. Dudes, go fishing. You can go. It's okay. Ain't nobody going. You know, can't go to the bar, but you can go fishing. Got my permission. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, and there's that space where you need to hang out with your guy friends, and you had, so you know, when we came in together, it's scary for me because not that I'm single and I still want my space, but no, I had a life before we got married.
Yeah.
You had a life before we got married.
Yeah.
I want us to keep the relationships we had open with people.
Yes.
You know, because that's just the nature of life. Relationships outside. Iron sharpens iron. So your friends, your circle, and my friends, my circle, we all gather together. But then there's times where I want to take my son fishing.
Right.
There's times I know Pastor Anthony, he ready to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, you want those times when you need that space. So you have to be able to get the space, and that requires trust.
And you know something else? I love that you said that, because that is where communication comes in. And one of the things that we're continuing to do as friends, and respecting, honor each other in our friendship, not just our marriage, our covenant with the Lord as married couples, but even as friends, is, you're right, respecting the boundaries of space. And that doesn't always necessarily mean spend time with God. It may need, I need a time alone to watch what I want to watch.
She wants to do her TikTok.
Don't be busting me out, bro.
Hey, that's all right. I'll be watching TV.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
And no, you're building Dalton.
Oh, I got Daltonville too. That's on Township. I'll throw a plug. Township's a fun game.
So you know, but I'm saying other things, like you said, to find, you know, as friends. It's not being your spouse's best friend doesn't mean that you have to do everything together. It's honoring those boundaries of space and giving your spouse space to do what he loves to do or what she loves to do, or even having outside friends,
Mhm.
like you said, having outside friends where we don't always have to do everything together. I may want to go out with the girls. And I love
Mhm.
how you always encourage me anytime that you want to get a flight and go see mom, go see
Go.
mom.
Mhm.
And like you said, that's where trust comes in.
Mhm.
And if your spouse is your friend, and then you want them to thrive. You want to see them. And that's another thing. A friend is not in competition.
Right.
We're not in competition with each other. I
Except
know-
mom is going to give me the tortilla. She's spoiling me on the tortillas.
no, honestly, we're not in competition except for when we're bowling or we're in
Playing
pool or we're playing pickleball.
Pickleball, right. Yeah.
Then we're in competition. But outside of that, as far as goals, as far as dreams, as far as us aspirations, we as friends should be willing to uplift each other, support each other, encourage each other, even inspire each other.
Right.
Like, go for that. Like, can I run this idea by you? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I don't always like
No, but that just brings us to our third topic. And I like what you're saying is experiences, the experiences of life.
Yeah.
We get to experience some that we still dream. We're still human beings.
Yeah.
You and I, we dream.
Yeah.
You had your dreams, I have mine. We
Sure.
can combine them together, but they're still kind of separate.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're still our separate little life goals that we want to maintain.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't want us to get into that conversation we had the other day, did we?
what there's so many. We communicate. But we as the two become one, it becomes one, and she does support my, minds, and I support hers. She does Titus 2 for women. I do conversations for men, but we support them.
Yeah.
We go in together on them.
Yeah.
And there's those things, and that men need to have conversations, and women need to have conversations that neither of the opposite sex need to really have.
Yeah.
Because the little boys and the little girls and everybody needs to heal.
Yeah.
And some people, mainly men, won't talk about it in front of the other sex.
Mm-hmm.
And it
but that's sad if you have a spouse that you call your best friend, but you can't share those traumatic traumatic things. If your spouse, if you consider your spouse your best friend, there should be nothing. Do you know what I mean?
This goes for men. I'll say it, men first, and then the women. You need to remove some pride. You really need to remove some pride.
Yeah.
You have to, empty yourself. Number one, God knows everything. You know what I mean? He knows what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows exactly what you need when you need it. And, Jesus knew things where he would just pop up. He didn't need the things that he was there at. He didn't need wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he really didn't need to celebrate that person's wedding.
Right.
That's
good.
But he needed to put new in someone's life.
Wow.
You understand?
Right.
So the new wineskins,
right.
You can't get old out of the new, but I mean, you can't get new out of the old.
Right.
So you have to release yourself to be healed.
Yeah.
You cannot be somebody's friend, love somebody.
Right.
You can't.
Healthy.
If you don't love yourself and respect yourself enough, you'll never respect anybody else. So It starts with removing the pride. Get with God.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
And then if it didn't start that way, I just want to know how it's going for everybody.
Well, see, the thing is, people get married thinking that you're going to be the answer to my pain. You're going to be the source to my healing. You're going to be the source to my restoration. You're going to be the source instead of going to the actual source. And then that's where bitterness and anger and resentment come in marriage. Because I'm trying to make you little Jesus. You didn't hear what I said.
Or you're trying to make me a puppet.
Why you say that?
Because that's what people do. Hurt people. Hurt people. You two broke things can't fix things. A positive and a negative is still a negative. You understand what I'm saying? Hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're trying to make me a puppet. If that's why there's the men are like, most men are narcissistic. That's all they know how to be.
Right.
They're a creator. They're a puppet of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So the source that they're trying to man please,
Wow.
you know, the source that they're thinking they're in control.
Right, right. But how does that affect the marriage and best friends and relationship?
How does it affect it? Because
Yeah.
your pride's in the way.
Okay.
You're not moving out of the way. I'm not allowing you space. I'm not allowing you the freedom. I'm not allowing the healing. When you're two broke things can't fix each other.
Wow.
If you drop a lamp on the floor,
wow,
and you glue it back together, it's still a broken lamp.
It's got cracks in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you got to heal it. You got to mend it. And
Yeah.
sometimes that means buying a new lamp.
Yeah.
Getting rid of everything.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
But again, I want to go back to, because you're hitting something that is so powerful, that the only way that you can actually be your spouse's best friend is if you took time outside of marriage, before the marriage, to really heal. Because if you go into the marriage with all of your trauma, and not to say that it's all going to be dealt with.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not. You're still going to bring some residue into this new marriage. It doesn't matter if you've been single 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, there's still going to be a little hint of residue of trauma from either childhood or past relationships.
I remember 2 years old. I remember this because all the stories that were told to me about when I was 2 years old, I drank gasoline in a Pepsi bottle.
That's what's wrong with you.
For real. For real. You know, but I really, and I always had this smell when I would go to the gas pump. And when I go to the gas pump, I smell it. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. And now I know why that sensory is targeted.
Oh,
because
wow.
I drank gasoline
out
of a Pepsi bottle. Somebody put it in a Pepsi bottle.
Wow.
And it's called soda.
Yeah. Soda.
So I drank it.
Yeah.
And so it, I don't remember the actual drinking part of it. I picked up a Pepsi bottle. I just know how it happened.
Right.
But I know that I have a natural with gas.
Yeah. It's a trigger.
Yeah. And that's what is going on in most relationships, marriages, is that hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt
past
has
trauma,
never been dealt with.
Yeah. There
and
you
until
go.
it's dealt with, you can't really be truly free.
But
you have to be willing.
But and not just that, but I love, first of all, one of the things we did to be that made me even love you even more is that you provided a safe place. We've provided a safe place for us to be build on our friendship by allowing each other a safe place to be vulnerable. Do you understand? Where I don't always have to be, we both are in business. We're both, you're a partner in business, and I'm a CEO. And I just thank God when I come home and you come home, we can take off all of the masks. We can take off. Listen, I heard something so powerful the other day. If you cannot go home and there's peace, you've already been out on the streets. You've been dealing with chaos. If you are in customer service, you've been dealing with customers, I want to say it, disgruntled customers. If you're running a company, you got employees that you've been dealing with all day. You've been in staff meetings. You're dealing with the challenges of the job. You're dealing with challenges with customers, with employees, and it's just there's just really loud outside of the home. And when you come home, if your spouse is not your best friend, if you can't come home to a safe place, I wonder why people don't come home.
And also too, the Bible even says that the Bible even says that it's better for a man to go live on the roof.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the vote that could be reversed.
Yeah.
Because you could have one of them husbands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Men, I'm just gonna call it out. Men act like good boys. They act like spoiled children sometimes. It's their way or the highway. And they got to put that back. So you got to remove pride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just keep moving one step forward. It doesn't happen overnight, but you both have to be willing.
Yeah.
Because that's monotonous. I don't want to do that today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean you don't want to hike another 10 miles?
No. I get that. It's fun. I mean, let's do something else for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's another thing too. What are you bringing to the table?
Hmm.
What do you know, my wife, I do happy, they say happy wife, happy life.
Mm.
So I do a lot of things she likes to do. But then there's other things
Vice
that,
versa.
and then,
Compromise.
yeah, it's a compromise. But there's also the creativity. She's always
Mm.
telling me, Clint, you haven't asked me on a date in a while. And are you haven't, but you know, you can get so far in life beat ups and life
Life
that,
be lifing.
you know, life
Yeah.
be life. And,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, oh, well, I told you I loved you this morning. Ain't that good enough? Jesus. You know what I mean? But no, it's not good enough. You
Yeah.
got to go. That's the extra step. You got to have the what do you call that? Spontaneous.
Spontaneity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that word. And I just speak good English, but spontaneity, and you got to
Sure.
have that the elements of surprise, that element of, you know, don't make it monotonous. If you feel it's getting into monotonous, and sometimes you just have to realize that you're on that hamster wheel of life,
Hmm.
and you gotta jump off.
Hmm.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I promise you, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it ain't gonna hurt if you.
Hmm.
I used to have this boss that used to say, "That's all right, they can quit because we still open it tomorrow at 8 o'clock."
Mm.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
that's life. Like
Yeah.
tomorrow, we're still gonna, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully
Life goes
God
on.
willing, you know,
Yeah.
good Lord willing, the creeks don't rise, as they say, you know. But I think another thing to do to make your life good is quit choosing the horse before the cart, or quit getting on the cart before the horse.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So if you're on a cart without a horse, it ain't going anywhere. You just stuck.
Mm.
Get the horse first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, take your time,
Hmm.
just be friendly with each other,
Yeah.
take that extra step,
Yeah.
you know, go that extra mile, do that extra thing.
Make memories.
Yeah, make memories.
You know,
not
make
enemies.
memories.
Mhm.
We planned out and we saved up and we both put in the pot and we saved up for our first road trip this past summer last year. And we said we both planned. It took us a year. We planned financially. We planned with our jobs to take off 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And we said we're going to stop at every little thing.
Yeah.
And every little site, like we were creating memories.
We rode horses.
Oh, yes. We rode horses.
Down the Palo Duro Canyon.
Yeah. Oh, that was so
Yeah, it was
beautiful.
amazing.
Then him and his family tried to take this Mexican, you know, they all white. No, I'm just kidding. But we we went in a desert trail in Texas, and nobody took water. It was like 1,000 degrees in the middle of July, and nobody took no water. And we walked about 10 miles up this big, but it was so, I was so mad. I couldn't even think straight. I couldn't even so anyways, but we were but even that's a memory. Because
Yeah.
we both, when we got to the end, there was a big old
horse trough,
yeah.
And it was a big old horse trough, and it was just running water. It was cool. We could dump in, dip
I
in,
love
get
the
a
day
drink.
that we went and hung out with your
Yeah.
family and went fishing.
Yeah.
Chris and Savannah
Meadow Park
and,
Lake.
and
Yeah.
Everly, and we went fishing. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
And how we going to Taos and taking her shopping and let her see all the
Oh
ridiculous
my
prices
God.
in Taos, New Mexico. That was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, no, but we had, you know, we got to create that memory of dancing and eating great, authentic New Mexican food, green chili. Man, I'm telling you, I need to get to Taos and get some Hatch green chili. That's all much. Anyway, you know, but it does just making memories,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I love the fact that, you know, I've lost my mom, got deliriously sick,
Yeah.
had cancer,
Yeah.
got it removed, then another hit. And most of, you know, my son, our youngest son, got killed with a fentanyl overdose. And you've been right there. You know, you've been the one where I'm in and out. And
I love that.
and she's right there. She's
Yeah.
supporting me. It's not fun, and it's not
But that's what best friends do.
easy. Yeah.
But that's what best friends do. That's when you know you have a best friend,
Mhm.
because you're not just in it for the good times. You're in it for the difficult times. You're in it for the rough times. And sometimes no one is going to escape this world in life, but to know that you have a best friend to support you through the difficult, that you're not alone, that you know you can have a shoulder to cry on, that you know you can just whatever, you have a shoulder to cry on, you have somebody to hold you in your arms and just allow you that time and space to just let it all out. That's a best friend. You understand?
It's a life partner.
Yeah.
And then this is it. You're my best friend.
You are.
You're my life.
Yeah, and you're my best friend.
And so with that being said, it's not always
pretty.
It's not always
sure.
It's not always what they call it, rainbows and roses and stuff. You know, it's not easy street.
Marriages,
life happens.
Right.
Good, bad, and ugly. You know, and how you treat that person, and how you support that person makes it a livable and enjoyable experience.
There you go. I mean? There you go.
And I know that
you sound like you just advertised for Marriott.
I know, huh? Let's go. Travel time, travel.com. I'm just playing. Anyway, no, I got some stuff. So just be a little bit more aware, guys. Be a little bit more aware of feelings. Yours first. She's my first ministry. Yeah. And if I can't minister her properly, I'm leading her down the wrong road. Yeah. You know, and I don't want to be miserable anymore. I just don't want that for my life.
Yeah, me either. Or toxic.
You know,
we said toxic.
Yeah, toxic, drama, trauma. You know, I get enough of that on Netflix. I'm good. You know what I mean? So, you know, I look at it this way. You're not a problem. You're my solution. You know what I mean? That's seriously how I look at it.
So as we head for a close.
Are we closing?
Yeah, we can.
These shows go so fast.
We can. Yeah.
As we head for a close, I'm going to let you go first this time because I always go first.
Oh, my God. So as we head for a close, I just want to encourage you, if you're interested in becoming a part of something that you can actually make a difference after this, our podcast, there's a way you can get involved to become a $25 partner in helping us house single women, homeless single women and women with children, as well as you can also be a part of our newsletter and just find out what we're doing every month and all of the good stuff that is happening at Total Restoration Ministries and Restore Her Place. But more importantly, how you can get involved.
Yes. And then, so we have the conversation. We're having a conversation here. Guys, I want to have a conversation with you. Conversations for men by men. This is how we begin to heal that little boy inside. This is how we begin. For some of us, we don't even know what the job description is of being a man. Yeah. You know, the husband, stuff like that. So we want to do conversations for men by men. I come to you. You even got to go anywhere. Just open your church doors and call me up. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation.
And with that, we want to thank you. And
we'll see you next time on The Current.